Yeah, and there was reports A$AP Rocky had said that A$AP Rocky allegedly pulled out a gun, grazed them, the bullet grazed them, whatever. So that is finally going headed to court.
Rocky, how's it going? How you feeling going into trial?
What was the decision to reject the plea deal up there? Do we have any concern about rejecting the plea deal?
About the case. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You gonna take a stand?
Open it up. It looked like it's great because it didn't. This is A$AP Ferg. I'm his attorney in law.
Y'all, things are heating up for A$AP Rocky. The rapper might be facing up to 24 years in prison as the feds have him in their sights, claiming they've got video evidence of his involvement in a firearm incident. Rocky, though, is maintaining his innocence. Recently, he turned down a plea deal in his Hollywood gun case that would have spared him some serious time. In exchange for pleading guilty to assault with a semi-automatic firearm, he would have received 3 years probation, 180 days in county jail, and a 7-year suspended sentence. But Rocky wasn't having it. He told the court, "I respectfully decline," and his legal team is standing firm with his defense. Rocky's lawyer, Joe Takapa, has been quick to argue that the firearm in question wasn't even real, just a starter pistol, often used for security, and not a weapon that should count as a threat. To support this claim, Takapa has lined up 2 witnesses who will vouch for Rocky's side of the story. But will this be enough to convince the jury? The case is getting messier by the day, and it's looking like this trial could go down to the wire.
And the judge has already said, like, look, I don't care who he is. We are going to make sure that this is done fair. This is done the right way. We're going to move swiftly to get a jury. And then once the jury happens, they're going to start going down, the whole case.
Now,
In case you missed it, let's rewind to November 6, 2020. A$AP Rocky allegedly called up his former friend and fellow A$AP mob member, A$AP REI, to meet in Hollywood and settle a disagreement. According to REI, their issues began when another A$AP crew member passed away, and REI thought Rocky would cover the funeral costs. However, while Rocky did end up paying, REI didn't find out until later, and by then, tensions were already high. Fast forward to the Hollywood meetup, REI claims Rocky asked him what hotel he was staying at, which raised his suspicions, so he gave a fake location. When they eventually linked up, things quickly went sideways. REI said Rocky confronted him, and as other crew members tried to defuse the situation, Rocky allegedly pulled out a firearm. But here's the twist. Surveillance footage doesn't clearly capture the key moments of the altercation, leaving a lot of room for conflicting stories. Right now, it's a full-on he said situation. REI is sticking to his story, testifying that after being called a sellout, Rocky turned around and fired. Rocky's legal team, however, is firing back, arguing that REI is just jealous and wants to see him fail because his own career is struggling. Fast forward to April 2022, when Rocky was arrested following a 5-month investigation. LAPD described the injury as minor, but the charges were anything but. 2 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. If convicted, Rocky could be looking at 24 years in prison. No cap. Then in November 2023, prosecutors dropped a bombshell. A video surfaced, allegedly showing Rocky holding a popper during the altercation. Rocky's team is claiming the footage is fake, but with the feds playing the long game, that video could make or break the case. REI's side of the story is harsh. He testified that Rocky had become arrogant and was letting down his friends. REI claims he tried to stay true, but instead, Rocky pulled a gun on him. After the incident, REI even flew back to New York for medical treatment. That's a lot for what started as a minor disagreement. Rocky's lawyers aren't backing down, though. Joe Takapa told the press, "We're going to try this case in a courtroom, not in public opinion. When the facts come out, it'll show Rocky's innocence." He's betting on the starter pistol claim and eyewitness testimony to back up his story that the weapon wasn't real.
A$AP, you a little nervous about the trial? How you feeling about the jury selection today?
Our cameras caught A$AP Rocky this morning headed into and leaving an LA court as jury selection began in his felony trial.
You can't talk about A$AP Rocky without mentioning Rihanna. The couple has been through a lot, and now she's reportedly planning to attend parts of the trial to support her man. They have 2 kids together, and this legal battle must be weighing heavily on their family. If Rocky is found guilty, it's hard to imagine what Rihanna and their kids would face, as their lives could be forever changed by the outcome.
Offended everyone from former Yankees third baseman Alex Rodriguez to Natalie Holloway's accused murderer, Joran Vandersloot. He says the case against Rocky is
The
weak.
internet has wasted no time sharing their thoughts on ASAP Rocky's situation, and the comments are as real as they come. One user pointed out, Rocky is not an aggressive guy, it's crazy. The man had an attempted charge at 17. I mean, he really is a fashion icon and all, but he definitely was a much more aggressive person before the fame. Another comment took a more motivational angle, saying exactly why it's important to leave the old life behind. If the people and places you came from can't grow and evolve with you, they're only going to anchor you down and bleed you dry. Finally, one person gave a perspective on Rocky's growth, stating, Rocky is definitely about that. The only reason he doesn't fight anymore is because it messed with his career early on. He's talked in interviews about growing out of being a street guy. While social media remains divided on the matter, one thing is clear. Rocky's career and life are hanging in the balance. So, what do y'all think? Is ASAP Rocky truly innocent, or did he dig his own grave by turning down that plea deal? Do you think the Fed's evidence will seal his fate? Let me know your take in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. More developing stories are on the way, and trust me, you won't want to miss them.